When it comes to money and economic status, the world can roughly be divided into three categories: the rich, the middle class, and the poor. It is true that the rich get richer, while the poor get poorer. It's called the Matthew Principle. Whoever has, will be given more, and they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken away from them. Matthew chapter 13 verse 12. The poor lack the knowledge to live within their means. For example, they may burn up $300 worth of tires on their car because they think they cannot afford a $65 front-end alignment. Another reason people are poor is because they don't have skills that are valuable enough in the free market to earn enough money to pull them up to a higher level. They don't know how to budget their money, so they default on loans more often. For this reason they pay the highest interest rates of all three groups. The poor almost always end up with no credit at all, because they inevitably default on their loans. Not necessarily intentionally, but simply because they borrowed money with no workable plan to pay it back. They borrowed on hope of a better future, rather than a plan for a better future. There are two main characteristics that define a mature person. 1. Being able to live within your means. 2. Being able to creatively problem solve. And for the Christian there is a third element of maturity: knowing who you are in Christ, and walking and living that out. How do we know who we are in Christ? 1 Corinthians 12:7 says, "A spiritual gift is given to each of us, so we can help others." These gifts produce fruit and define who we are. Here is a list of the gifts of the Spirit. These gifts indicate who we are in Christ: the ability to give wise advice, having special knowledge, having great faith, the gift of healing, performing miracles, the ability to prophesy, discerning God's Spirit from other spirits, speaking in unknown languages, interpreting what is being said. This is where the Christian finds their identity. Galatians chapter 5 lists the fruits of the Spirit. They are the indicators that Christ lives in us. Here is a list: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. The qualities that make up a Christian's identity are invisible, yet eternal. 2 Corinthians 4:18 says, "So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but what is unseen. Since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal." The poor make up roughly 29% of Americans. They make below $48,500 per household per year. This is a compilation of statistics from Pew Research, Forbes magazine, and some government statistics on poverty. The middle class comprise about half the United States population. They make between $48,500 up to $90,000 per year per household. The rich comprise about 21% of the population and make over $145,500 per year per household. Let's talk about the middle class. The middle class make more money, but still have many characteristics of the poor. Why is the main difference between the rich and the middle class is their attitude towards savings and interest. Let's take a look at the real cost of paying interest through borrowing money. The middle class will pay $528,310 for a $200,000 home on a 30-year mortgage at 8% interest. The rich will only pay $200,000 cash for the same house. That's a savings of $328,310 for the rich. At 20.74% interest, if you made minimum payments on a $6,000 credit card balance, it would take you more than 17 years to pay off the debt, and you would pay a total of $15,075. So, $6,000 for the rich, $15,075 for the middle class. That $20 purchase you made 17 years ago really cost you $50. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 7 says, "The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender." Borrowing is slavery. Instead of paying interest like a slave, get out of debt. Start saving money. Then while you are sleeping, your money will earn money. Earn interest instead of paying interest. Then, whoever has will be given more. Sacrifice some of your current life for your future life. Warren Buffett has a net worth of $124 billion. He became rich slowly, but he started at age 10, investing his earnings from a newspaper route. He bought his $1.2 million home in 1958 for $31,500, where he still lives today. He has become uber wealthy, gave it all away in 2010, and earned it back again simply because he understood the power of investing at an early age. Why do most Americans spend everything they make, with no thought for the future? Let's look at some possibilities. 1. They just don't know any better. 2. Without learning the difficult lesson of delayed gratification, a person will confuse wants with needs. In an attempt to show love, we have inadvertently raised generations of entitled children/adults. 3. It's an identity problem. We use money to maintain an image. We believe our clothes, our car, our house, our toys reflect who we are. We give up tomorrow for today. 4. Celebrating. Americans like to celebrate holidays, birthdays, summer, accomplishments and more. We ignore the future to celebrate the moment. 5. Happiness is free. Fun costs money. Our spending can be an attempt to temporarily numb out our unhappiness. How do you escape this middle-class vortex? Live within your means. Your income must dictate your spending. Create a budget. See where your money is going. Eliminate all waste. Plan your spending and avoid impulse buying. Save for emergencies. Keep 3 to 6 months of living expenses in an emergency account. Pay off debt. Start with highest interest debt first, then work your way down. Start saving early. The earlier you start saving, the more time your money has to grow. Shop for the best deals. Compare prices to ensure the best value for your money. In essence, follow the example of the wealthy and you will accumulate wealth instead of debt. For whoever has, will be given more, and they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, what they have will be taken away from them. Matthew 25:29.